So when we're comparing what's going on for us on the messy inside, the reality of us with the not quite reality of others, we have to be more successful.
Yeah, I think the internet really stacks the deck against people making change, right? Because you only see the successful part. You only see where people are now, not where they've been and how they got there.
A lot of curation happens, doesn't it, on the internet? And that's why, it's why, like, in How to Keep Going When You Want to Give Up, there's several parts. It's only a short part, but there's a part about, which that chapter is in, about negotiating basically the online comparison trap, I think I call it, but it's basically the online comparison quagmire. I don't know what the best name for it is.
And I think you really have to take it with a grain of salt. You have to really understand what it is and stop comparing yourself to other people. Because even if you end up being as successful as they are, your path is going to look different than theirs. So it's not life isn't a franchise restaurant chain where you're handed instructions and say, do these things. Even with all the books you want to read, everyone's situation is different. Everyone's path to get there is different. You're going to work for different companies. You're going to have a different network. You're going to have different peers and friends and acquaintances. And that's going to influence everything. And it's just not going to work out the same. You're not going to get to the same end result the same way, right?
Yeah, and I think it's more than that, Travis. And it's actually the final part of that chapter that you quoted from, is just to remember that no one can compete with you at being you. So actually, it's like, you will never be the same as anyone else, and that should be your selling point, right? That should be the thing on which you build your personal brand, on which you judge yourself success.